Yo, what's good? Welcome to First Street Podcast. Y'all know what it is. Today on First Street Podcast, we're going to pick our NFL games. It's a two-man show. It's me and Sid, but more than that, you'll get an opportunity to win a copy and a copy of Call of Duty by submitting your answers for who is going to win this week's games. Only thing you got to do is have the best record. We'll email you back, letting you know that you won, and we will then send you a copy of the new Call of Duty, which said, I played. So
I ain't got my
it's
stuff.
real good. It's real good. You'll catch up. You'll kick it with us. So I hope y'all ready. Let's go.
It's wartime, baby. This what you signed up for. This what we worked hard for. You for. Y'all the first string. Y'all gotta go set the tone now. Hey, let's go. Lace them up, it's the First String Podcast Show. Hey, let's go. They spitting facts on the First String Podcast Show. Hey, let's go. Let's go. Hey, let's go. Cause it's time for the First String Podcast Show. Hey, let's go. Lace them up, it's the First String Podcast Show. Hey, let's go. They spitting facts on the First String Podcast Show. Imagine talking sports, having fun with the fam. At a starting lineup, First String is what you have. An entertaining stream with the Pro Bowl cast. When the viewers chime in, they gon' answer what you ask. Representing for the Queens, yeah, we got Lady A. A super knowledgeable woman who can break down any play. Said from the South, so he rep GA. The Falcons, the Bulldogs, the whole Peach State. Drunk Uncle Al, only way you can describe him. Every time he crack the mic, you know he gon' be wildin'. Last but not least, it's my man Toothpick. Commanders is a squad and he the captain of the ship. So if you feel the vibe, go ahead and tune in. Like, subscribe, recommend to a friend. Nah, for real, like, subscribe, and recommend this to a friend. Hey, let's go. Cause it's time for the First String Podcast Show.
Yeah. Listen, welcome back to First String Podcast. Do not forget to like and subscribe to First String Podcast. Hit the bell to enable alert for new content just like this. That guy right there, that's my main man. Say it. I don't know how you got over there. You switch sides. So be said you're supposed to be on this side. Switch over there. Right. Lady A is off today, and Al has a situation. Did you see Al's situation on Facebook? Man.
No, I hadn't had a chance to see it yet.
Oh man, Al was showing off. Al put up a picture. He said, "My situation." Right?
No, I hadn't had a chance, man. I was out there trying to get it. My everyday thing.
It's beautiful. Pool look good. Everything looks so calm and so. Al out of the country. He's talking about his situation. I said, well, we could all wish to have a situation like that right there, but right here we are. Said it's our last Saturday of the month. All month we have been wearing pink in support of breast cancer awareness. For those that we know who have survived, and those who are fighting, you're not alone. We do support you as well. So said I mentioned that we will have you'll have a chance to win Call of Duty, right? A copy of Call of Duty. Right. So how do you do that? You got to submit your week 8 NFL picks to First String Podcast before 12 Eastern. Right. Any emails with your picks after 12 Eastern will not
12 a.m. Eastern.
12 a.m. Eastern will not be accepted. Right, so you have to submit your.
Well, you know what? What time? What time is the? We don't have early game this week, do we?
No early game this week.
Okay, when we make it 9, when we just make it 9 a.m. Eastern time. Give them a chance to get the faculties together.
Give them a little. 12 is later than 9, but you rushing it, so I'm good.
Oh yeah. I was thinking AM. You thinking PM?
I'm thinking 12. I'm thinking
12 p.m. So 12 p.m. kickoff. Okay, cool. That's fine. Let's do
12 p.m. Right. So
that
way if you you'll submit your answers to First Stream Podcast. So we're going to go through each and every game. We got 15 games this week. Only thing you have to do is beat everybody else that's viewing. Out of the viewers, you have to have the best record. How will you know if you have the best record? You'll tune into our Tuesday show. You see your name pop up. We email you back, tell you we need to know what platform you playing Call of Duty on. That's how you're going to know right there, because we're going to know come Monday, really, right? Maybe it's down to a couple of people by Monday, and that Monday night game is the tiebreaker. There we go. Well said. Are you ready to get into this?
Sure.
Can you let everybody know where we're standing right now?
Oh, okay. Let me take this down first. Hold on. Let me take this down right quick. We can go. We're gonna go with the overall standing, because it's already a new week, so I can't show you week 7 picks. But the overall standing as follows. As you can see, Lady A has a handhold on the top spot again. She's still 1 game up on me. There I am again, right there. You blink. The B2B stands for back to back for those who want to know. The 2-pick had a great week last week and is making a run. He's trying to get back into it as well. He's only 4 games back from Lady A, 3 games back from me. Alvin, Alvin missed 1 week. That's why he's so far behind. But he's still in there though. He's above 500. With that being said, let me go ahead and say right now, they told us Cooper Kupp and Puka was playing at the last minute, and we all did not know that, and we all took L's.
We all took an L.
Because had I known the Rams coming off a bye week was going to have 2 receivers, that would have changed my vote.
It would have changed all of ours. You think that Matthew Stafford having his top 2 wide receivers doesn't make a difference? Well, it does.
Yes, and they for those who want to know, they hit the over as well. The over under was 48. It went over 48.
There we go. All right. Oh, sorry. Excuse me. And our weekly announcement here is, if you know someone that has is facing challenges with gambling, support is available through the National Council of Problem Gambling. Right. There are various ways to reach out for help. You can call 1-800-GAMBLER. You can text 800-GAM. There's a website, ncpggambling.org, right? So there are many, many ways to get help, and does not mean that you are weak by asking for help. It just means that you recognize that there's a problem and you need help, and there are ways to get it. All right. So Sid, you put the records up. It's you and I, Lady A, and Al will be submitting their picks to us later. Let's say what's up to everyone in the chat. Oh, Bruce Glass says good morning to everyone. And of course, Lady A said we're almost ready. Listen, that was a problem with pick. I like to start on time, but today I was a little late. Dump Truck Don's in the building. He says, "Mister," and then we have Bruce. Bruce said, "I told you, Rams and the over on Tuesday." He did indeed say that, and Drew's in the building as well. Drew said, "Good evening to everyone as well." So yeah, he told us Tuesday, but we didn't listen, Drew. We didn't listen, Bruce. The whole show, none of us listened. Lady A, we know that you're her source, but she still doesn't listen. And this is one time it got all of us. All right, Sid, let's get into it, man. Our first game this week we have. What is going on?
What you got?
Okay, no. I'm using something different. Okay, all right. We have the Indianapolis Colts and the Texans. All right, the Indianapolis Colts. You have Richardson back. Joe Flacco does make that team go. This team, Indianapolis, has to figure out which direction they want to go right now. This is a very Winnable division. This is a division game right here. CJ Stroud and the Texans. Oh, sorry, man. The CJ Stroud and the Texans have not run away and hidden from everyone in the division as of yet. Right? The Houston Texans are looking like the team to beat, and this is one of those games where I believe that if Anthony Richardson gets off to a slow start, that the head coach will absolutely go to Joe Flacco to help win this game. Jonathan Taylor should be playing in this game also for the Indianapolis Colts. And for Houston, their team is getting better and better. Do not forget to email us, all right, your answers for that chance to win. Let's look at this line. You got the Indianapolis Colts at +5 at -110. Their money line is +192. The Houston Texans are -5 at -110 at -235. Their money line is 45.5, -110 both ways. Said this is one that that I really believe if Joe Flacco starts this game, they win this game. But I mean, you don't know which way this team is really ready to go. So, with that being said, what I got to do is I got to take the Houston Texans. I think they are the better team. Minus the 5. I'm laying the 5.
You gonna lay the 5?
I'm laying the 5.
Okay. The Colts, it's hard to tell what's going on the Colts. Richardson, he has been making some pretty bad decisions when it comes to throwing the ball and into double coverage. And he's been struggling quite a bit. He was one of the guys they picked to be one of those fantasy football leaders this year, and he has been far from it. I saw that, Bruce. I think Houston being at home and coming off a loss too. If I remember correctly, didn't lose to Green Bay. He lost again.
Yes.
So coming off a loss, this is going to be a rebound game for them. I think that Houston gets his win at home. Give me Houston money line.
You're taking Houston money line. Okay. Bruce said I got lucky. Houston money line. Bruce says the Colts money line. Said you won one game the first game last night.
No, he talking about Freddie Freeman.
Oh, okay.
Freddie Freeman played for the Braves, and he left the Braves, went to the Dodgers. He hit a walk-off, not a walk-off, but he hit a grand slam last night. In the 10th to win the game 1 of the World Series.
Yep.
Yeah, they was stupid. This, not the Dodgers, but the Yankees were stupid. They should have pissed the guy in front of him and not let put him on base. But hey, here
we go. Our next game, we have Philly versus Cincy. Philly versus Cincinnati. All right. Philadelphia played the New York Giants last week, and Saquon Barkley ran like a man possessed. Was that the key to them winning, or were they just showcasing Saquon Barkley to the New York Giants? The Cincinnati Bengals are in desperate need of a win, right? For Cincy, this is the season right here. This is absolutely the season. Can Joe Burrow and the rest of the Eagles come and the rest of the Bengals pull out a win versus Cincinnati? Cincinnati's defense is playing better. Cincinnati's offense is starting to get it together. But Philadelphia yesterday, from what they did last week, will they be able to build on it and continue to get healthy and put together the season that they thought they were going to have? Let's look at the line. You got the Philadelphia Eagles at +2.5 at -105. Their money line is +122. The Cincinnati Bengals are at -2.5 at -115. Their money line is -145. The over-under is 74 right now. I'm sorry, 47. The over-under is 47 right now, 47 at -115 for the over, -105 for the under. 47, 115 for the over, 105 for the under. Said, besides me transposing my numbers right now, for me, this is one of those games that I think that Philadelphia's defense actually steps up. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I think that both of these offenses will get off. It depends on who can run the ball for me and who wins this game. And I do believe that the Philadelphia Eagles have the better running game.
Okay.
I like Philly money line right here.
Pixie, Philly money lines. You're right. This is a must-win game for Cincinnati. If they lose this game, it's over with. Season's over. I don't care what you do. With that being said, they're gonna put up as many points as they can. I'm gonna take the over.
You see, it's taking the over.
I'm gonna take the over. So I'm gonna go with the 47.5.
Oh, and by the way, this week's games is not for the weak. It's not for the weak at heart. This is you're gonna have tough games all over the NFL this week. So what you did in the past doesn't matter. It's focus on this week's games right here to find your victories. Okay. We'll say we got a new graphic, and it just so happened to pop up right here. We got the New York Jets versus the New England Patriots. The Jets are probably the NFL's most disappointing team this year. You got Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams. You got Wilson at wide receiver. You have everything that you could possibly need on offense in a legit, very, very, very good defense. But it hasn't been put together. The one thing that I did say to you, I believe in one of our phone conversations said, was that Aaron Rodgers looks old. And he's blaming everybody else, but perhaps it may be him. On the other side of this football, you have the New England Patriots. The New England Patriots are starting their rookie quarterback. He's doing up and down things as you would expect a rookie to do. This team is not good. When we talk about the New England Patriots, they are still trying to find their way. They have a first-year head coach. They have a rookie quarterback that they are starting. And this is where the Jets defense absolutely has to step up, Sid. I think that they find a win. But if you look at this line, let me give you the line real fast. You got the New York Jets at -7 at -105. Their money line is -335. The New England Patriots are +7 at -115. Their money line is +260. The over-under is 41. And that's 110 both ways. I already told you, I think the Jets defense steps up here. A division game. I think the Jets win this game. I don't like the 7 because of Aaron Rodgers. So give me the Jets on the money line, please.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with you, Pete. This is weird. I guess they think that the Jets are going to completely flounder this game, and I can't believe the spread is 7.
7.
I mean, because Drake May has been playing pretty well, but then maybe they expect an explosion of points with another week behind these guys. Maybe that's what it is and what I'm missing. That could be what I'm missing. So I as well think the Jets win this game. I just don't like that 7.
Right.
Because, Drake May, he has shown that he's capable of helping them put up points in the right situation.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take the Jets as well. I'm going to take the Jets money line.
Okay. Our next game, we have the Baltimore Ravens traveling to Cleveland for AFC North showdown. As we know that Cleveland Browns will be starting Jameis Winston. Baltimore is a wagon, right? This is a divisional game. We always say divisional games are hard, right? Because these teams know each other. The Cleveland Browns are not afraid of the Baltimore Ravens. They see Lamar Jackson twice a year. They know what type of athlete he is. They know the type of weapons that they have. The thing about this whole situation is they're starting to sell off pieces to their puzzle as far as the defense goes. Is this both of their cornerbacks last week being with the Cleveland Browns, or will they put up some sort of fight and make this a divisional and give some type of run with Jameis Winston as the quarterback? No Amari Cooper on no Amari Cooper on the offensive side of the ball, but we know what Lamar Jackson and King Henry and the rest of that Baltimore Ravens offense can do. Let's look at the line. You got the Ravens at minus 8.5 at minus 110. Their money line is minus 455. All right, 455. Vegas is telling you guys there's no way that Baltimore is losing this game. The Cleveland Browns are plus 8.5 at minus 110. Their money line is plus 345. The over-under is set at 45, 110 both ways. Listen, when Vegas tells you there's no way that they're going to win, things happen in this NFL, right? And 8.5 is almost where we say that's disrespectful. But you look at Cleveland and you're like, they have nothing going. This is a bad team. And what should happen? Except for what?
Nick Chubb.
We'll be back. Absolutely right. For that reason, I don't like the 8.5, say it.
Mm-hmm.
I do not like the 8.5. This is one of those games where an injury will change the outcome of this game, right? 455 is a lot. But 8.5 when it comes to a division is a lot. And for that reason, I'm tempted to take Cleveland plus the 8.5. But I think Baltimore steps on the gas and beats a divisional team that's bad the way you should beat a divisional team that's bad. I think they put up 30 on them. So give me the over.
Yeah, this 8.5 is hard to judge because Nick Chubb is back, so they're going to try to run the ball. Offensive line is decent enough for them to run the ball. The thing is, what does Jameis Winston have left? We knew there were times when he played out in Tampa, he had the ability to put the ball up, to throw it, to make accurate throws. But he also has the ability to throw 3 interceptions in the game. Is Jerry Jeudy worthy enough to get ahead to be a number 1 wide receiver since they traded away
Cooper?
They traded him away. So that made Jerry Jeudy the anointed number 1. So, what are they going to do? You know what I'm saying? And yeah, that 455. I can put 455 down and win 100 down, But I mean, Baltimore's going to win this game. The thing is, are they going to
cover that 8.5?
The 8.5. Because personally, put it to you like this. Had I seen enough of Jameis Winston last week, because he did play a little bit last week, a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Had I seen enough of him play last week, I might even go with Cleveland plus the 8.5 to keep it close because Nick Chubb is back and they showed that he was running the ball. But Baltimore was putting up points. I'm just gonna give me Baltimore in the money line. It is what it is. I'm not laying 8.5. I ain't gonna be able to do it.
You can't do it. Can't do it
because I ain't gonna be able to do it. But like I said again, it's gonna be interesting to see how well Jameis Winston plays because this is his audition for
all the other teams.
Because let's be realistic. Miami could have used him. The Raiders could have used him. Let's be realistic. Because Minshew, we ain't got that yet, trash. And I'll leave my thoughts on Miami when we get to Miami because I got some thoughts about that as well. I'm a little disappointed at that.
There we go. So, okay. This is a divisional week for sure, said.
Mm-hmm.
Tough games throughout the NFL schedule for week 8. You have the Atlanta Falcons traveling to Tampa Bay to play the second round of this battle, Tampa versus Atlanta. All right, and the last one, these two teams got after it. Baker Mayfield, since that point in time, has lost a couple of weapons. There's no Chris Godwin, and Mike Evans is dealing with some soft tissue injuries right here. Atlanta has found their stride. They are coming off of a loss to the Seattle Seahawks from last week, where Seattle came from the West Coast to the East Coast in Atlanta and took advantage of Atlanta's defense. What will the Tampa Bay Buccaneers do to slow down the Atlanta Falcons offense? And can the Atlanta Falcons defense make plays versus a hurting Tampa Bay Buccaneers offense? Let's look at the line. Said here, we got the Atlanta Falcons at -2.5 at -115. Their money line is -145. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are +2.5 at -105. And their money line is +122. The over-under is set at 45.5, 110 both ways here. Said, listen, last week I rolled with Kirk Cousins and the Atlanta Falcons, and it hurt me. It was one of my 2 losses last week.
Really? Just going to roll it out there, huh? It's going to roll it out there, huh? One of your 2 losses? Yeah.
It was one of my 2 losses, but it's not.
I like how you did that. Okay.
It hasn't shaken my confidence in Kirk Cousins. He's my favorite cousin. He is. He's my favorite cousin right now. Sid. If I can count on anything, it's Kirk Cousins to throw some touchdowns, right?
Right.
And I think that since Tampa's offense is hurting, this is not so much as going to be a shootout, but Baker is going to struggle versus this Atlanta defense. I think the Atlanta defense is going to make plays, get the ball back to Kirk this week. Kirk can throw touchdowns. They can run the ball with Bijan Robinson and Tyler Algier. I like the 2.5, but even if I'm going with 2.5 on the road, I still just like Atlanta to win this straight out. So give me the Atlanta Falcons money line.
I agree. Tampa. I agree differently. I agree because Tampa got a bunch of people hurt. Mike Evans, Godwin, the top 2 wide receivers, possibly going to be out in this game. I think they lost a defensive lineman in the last game as well. They lost one of the offensive linemen in the last game as well. The safeties. So Tampa is spread thin. They need people to come. They need the people to come in and try to jump in there and do their best. But it's not going to be enough. We're going to sweep the 2 games with Tampa for this year. Give me Atlanta and Kirk Cousins to wake up from last week because he was disappointed. I put him on the bench in my fantasy squad. Hope he's listening. And come up with this W for this game.
He didn't make Al's foursome last week. That's for sure. Al didn't have to call down to Atlanta and tell Kirk Cousins get the day off and that he should go ahead and meet him on the golf course in his best outfit and get some drinks. So we know that's for sure didn't happen. We are 5 games into our 15 games that we have today. You are watching First String Podcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe to First String Podcast. Give us a good thumbs up. Hit the bell to enable alert for new content just like this. It's me, Say It, Lady A, and Alvin are off today. It is your chance to win a copy of Call of Duty, the new Call of Duty Black Ops 6, which is a really, really good game. Say it. Let me explain to you what I have going on tomorrow before I enjoy some football. So said, we play with some of our friends, right? And it's say it. Listen, some of my coworkers play Call of Duty, so we have a. We'll be streaming this. Some of the guys that I run with Call of Duty with, we'll be streaming tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 Central. We have a 6 versus 6 clan versus clan match. This clan that we'll be playing against some of the people that I work with. They play core, we play hardcore. So we'll run 3 hardcore matches. We'll run 3
hardcore
core matches, and whoever wins, it's a best of 7. But we're gonna flip a coin for that last match, and we're going clan versus clan tomorrow, a best of 7. So shout out to Debo. That's the clan that I roll with. Said and Metaphor, you got a lot of those people that we play with as well on Debo. So shout out to Debo and Call of Duty. And if you ever in the Call of Duty lobby and you see Debo come in, just get ready for an L. Let's get to our next game. All right. Our next game, we got the Green Bay Packers, Jordan Love versus Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Trevor Lawrence, DJ, I'm sorry. Jordan Love. What they did last week to snatch victory from the hands of defeat versus the Houston Texans was nothing short of spectacular. Green Bay's defense, Green Bay is different with Jordan Love, right? When Jordan was hurt earlier this year, they did it controlling the ball and things like that. But with Jordan Love on the field, they are coming out full force. They are coming at you, all guns are blazing, run game with the passing game, and their defense is really good. The Jaguars are coming back from their 2-week time in London, where they played pretty well last week. Trevor Lawrence, those wide receivers, they had a field day last week, but that was last week. Now you're playing a real defense in the Green Bay Packers, and you're back at home in Duval County, where all of your fans will be welcoming you back. Duval is a great county. I love people from Duval. You always know when they're in your presence because they're screaming at Duval, but it's not enough. It's not enough. Jacksonville is a mess, and Green Bay's coming in with the chip on their shoulder, and they're trying to take control of that NFC North with Minnesota losing another game. This gives them motivation to go out and get themselves a win. Let's look at this line here, Sayed. You got the Green Bay Packers at -4 at -110. Their money line is -205. The Jacksonville Jaguars are +4 at -110. Their money line is +170. The over-under set at 49.5. 110 both ways, Said. 110 both ways.
Roger.
There's no need to sugarcoat this. Green Bay's the better team. They play better defense. They have a better offense. Give me the Green Bay Packers money line.
The Jags. Yes. Okay. The Jaguars have disappointed me for the most part of this year. There's no need to sugarcoat in here. It's saying exactly what we see, exactly what it's done. They have disappointed all of us this year so far. And I have picked these guys a couple times coming in.
He talking about the Call of Duty, man. Come on, man. We talking Call of Duty right there.
My computer's not up. I got to order a motherboard. I got to get my computer back up. Back what I was saying. Okay, so Green Bay has been playing very well. Jordan Love has been playing very well. But you know what? I'm gonna give Jacksonville one more chance.
One more.
I'm gonna give them one more chance before I completely cut them off at the hip. So with that being said, give me Jacksonville plus that 4.
Say this is how you catch up to Lady A, but this is also how you give me one more game to catch up to you.
It's fine. I can't win them all. Somebody got to win sooner or later. I'm back-to-back champ, dog.
You might as well go ahead and ship the belt my way.
You know what? I might retire the belt if I three-peat.
No, sir. No, sir. What you mean? Retire like when Mr. McMahon brings out a new belt and then the old champ gets to keep that one, like that. Like we get a new design for the belt. Like maybe that way. That's how you get to do that. But that's if we get a new design for the belt. We get, we put a brand new logo on there, whatever. But yeah, no, just to retire the belt. We're not playing for it no more. No, that's not fair.
My friends.
And Jacksonville gonna make you want to hide the belt. That's what they're gonna do.
We'll be fighting till the end. Yep. Okay.
All right. Let's move on, Sid. This is the game you said you had something to talk about. Well, if you don't know, now you're about to find out. Tua Tagovailoa will be returning to the field after suffering yet another concussion. He's been cleared of NFL protocol. Tua will not wear the Guardian cap. The question is, why? Why did you come back? We know that people love this game, and we know that you're still a young man. But your health is more important than anything. This team is clearly not the same without Tua. Tua and their head coach, I can't lie, their head coach has done a crazy job of developing an offense that is predicated on timing, and Tua is an incredible time-centric quarterback, and that offense is totally different without Tua. But we're talking about this man's health and his ability to play with his kids and be a good husband and live a productive life. And we're talking about the most important muscle in your body, which is your brain. Miami needs to say it. You said you have something you want to say about this game.
Yeah, I mean, you hit on as well. I mean, I love football as much as the next person. I'm seriously, I know the Dolphins are paying him a great deal of money to play a game. I was really disappointed that he didn't just go ahead and retire, because the last hit he took was not even a hard hit per se. And that's what I felt about it. And I just keep thinking, knock on wood, I just keep thinking that I don't want to be watching the game. He gets hit on his head, he goes down, and then you see people running to the field, because he's not moving. I don't want to see that. I'm not trying to jinx him, but I don't want to see that. And at the rate he's going, the number of hit he's taking, that may happen. I'm not trying to jinx the guy. It's his own life he's living. It's his own family he's supporting. I'm just saying, I really would not like to see that happen to this young man. I really would not. No one thought what happened to Hamlin would happen to him. But Tua, what, 24, 25?
Yep.
No one thought what would happen to Hamlin would happen to him. He literally passed away on the field. They said that. He died on the field.
Yeah.
He brought him back. No one wants to see that happen to a guy who has the opportunity, because he's not going to wear the Guardian cap. He already said, I'm not going to wear it. You would think the team would be like, hey, this is one thing you're going to have to do at least for the rest of the year, to give yourself a little extra cushion, at least for the rest of the year. They're not even doing that. So that's what disappointed in me about this game. It really, really is disappointing.
Let's look at
Tyreek Hill is hurt. So good luck with that.
Tyreek Hill is hurt. The Arizona Cardinals come in needing to fight to stay alive in that the NFC West. They need a victory to stay alive there. Kyler Murray is an up and down quarterback, and right now this looks like a winnable game for the Cardinals. Their defense is still a bit of a mess. They can't get pressure on the quarterback. They can't stop the run, but they will somehow, whenever you count the Arizona Cardinals out, they do rise like the Phoenix from the ashes. Let's look at the line. You got the Arizona Cardinals at plus 4.5 at minus 110. Their money line is plus 170. The Dolphins are minus 4.5 at minus 110. Their money line is minus 215. The over-under set at 46, 110 both ways. Now, everything in my heart is screaming that this team is going to bounce back with everything in my heart is yelling that this team is going to bounce back with Tua. I still think you don't just come back and your time and not be off, right? Your time and not be off and things not be off like that. But when I look at it, I still see Arizona's defense is poor at best. So this has to be a shootout. So I like the 4.5. Give me Arizona plus the 4.5, Sid.
Yes, Pick. You're right. I said the same thing. And with Tyreek Hill being out, last check, he was supposed to be out this game. Anything can happen between now and tomorrow. But as of right now, he's supposed to be out because they had to submit it again prior to the game starting. Who's in, who's out. But as of right now, he's not supposed to be playing. Give me Arizona. Give me Arizona plus 4.5 Tua goes out, they bring in old boy who's trash. So, you know, Skyler, whatever his name is, he's trash.
Yep. Huntley, Skyler, it don't matter. The team is different without Tua.
It's different. There's different period. They got people hurt.
Yeah. I mean, the one way I do see before I click that game, the one way that I do see them still just dominating is if Miami rediscovers their running game versus the Arizona Cardinals, and they keep the Arizona offense on the sideline, and that's it. That's the only way I see this thing going well.
But even still, hold on. What was his name? Hold on.
Mostert.
Now Tyree Hills, but he's been put up to questionable, which means he'll probably play.
He'll probably wind up playing.
I thought they lost
they lost one of their running backs.
They did lose the offensive line. They lost Isaiah Wynn. That was last month though. He's gone. I thought they lost another one. I know they lost a tackle. So I mean,
yeah. We both went with Arizona here. Okay. All right, Sid. Our next game, you have the Tennessee Titans versus the Detroit Lions. This has got to be the most disrespectful line of the whole week, Sid. Wow. It's easily the most disrespectful line of the whole week. Detroit is a wagon right now. Their defense is playing well. They played pretty well even without Aiden Hutchinson last week. Their offense is firing on all cylinders. Now, they did lose Mike Williams. The NFL loves to suspend Mike Williams. Well, Mike Williams, you're going to learn one way or another. You're going to tired of seeing your bank account get deducted by the NFL, and you want the pluses, not the negatives from the NFL. But these next couple of games is going to teach you one way or another. The Tennessee Titans, Will Levis or no Will Levis, minus D-Hop, they still have Calvin Ridley. They are not putting up enough points. Julius Chestnut, friend of the program. Happy birthday, Julius. Today's his 24th birthday.
Hey, Pick, hold on. I was trying to cut y'all. You called out the wrong Williams.
Mike Williams.
Nope. The rookie. Well, he is second year now. Jameson Williams.
Jameson Williams. Jameson Williams. I said Mike Williams, didn't I?
Yeah.
Jameson Williams. Jameson Williams is suspended by the NFL again. Thank you for getting my Williamses in line there, Sid.
And my fancy squad too. Sorry.
So, them Bama boys, So, I mean, a terrific wide receiver, but you got to get it together. You're gonna learn this lesson one way or another. The Tennessee Titans, man, their defense can only hold people out of the end zone, but for so long, and then the dam eventually breaks. I believe that this is going to be one of those breaking points. Let's look at this line. Said you got the Tennessee Titans plus 11.5 at minus 110. Their money line is plus 460. The Detroit Lions are minus 11.5 at minus 110. Their money line is minus 650. Disrespectful. The over-under is 45 at 110 both ways. Said I'm 11.5. Disrespectful. Give me the Detroit Lions money line. I can't. 650. I don't have it, but I'm gonna take the Detroit Lions money line. How about that?
That's bad. This one's bad. Disrespectful. This one is Will Levis. Let's see. How can I say this? They're getting exactly what they deserve. They drafted a quarterback. They had an offensive coordinator who would not cater to what he did best. He tried to pigeonhole him. So they drafted another quarterback, which is Will Levis. And they shipped the other night off to Green Bay, where he promptly came in and won 2 games where the starter was out. Same guy. They catered to what he does best. And he looked like a whole different quarterback in Green Bay. I mean, he really did. They catered to what he did best. And Tennessee kept Will Levis. The head coach got fired behind it. So they still stuck with Will Levis. He's a turnover machine. That's why this number is so high. Oh, man.
I don't even think he's starting. I don't think he's starting this week either.
I want to test 11.5 so bad. You don't even know.
Go for it, Sid. Test that 11.5.
I want to test 11.5 so bad. You don't even know.
If I was ever going to test 11.5, if I was ever going to test 11.5, this would be a point. This will be.
I can't
Bruce. Now you know Bruce. I like the straight bet. By the way, next Saturday we have Travis Thomas on the show picking with us next week, right? You know, Travis has taught me straight bets, but if I parlayed, I would literally have to lay that 11.5. I would lay that 11.5 with Detroit in my parlay, right? It's tough. It's tough though. Well, who you got?
But you know what? He's questionable, and they traded D Hop. So whatever. Give me Detroit.
How?
Money line.
Oh, you taking Detroit money line?
I'm not laying 11.5.
11.
I'm not a drinker.
I'm
not drinking the Tennessee Kool-Aid.
Nobody should drink that Kool-Aid. Nobody should drink that Kool-Aid. Listen, the Seattle Seahawks came east last week and found a victory in Atlanta. The Buffalo Bills this week are going out west. This is a very tough game right here. This is our first 3:00 game where we have the Buffalo Bills, Josh Allen, their new wide receiver, going out west to take on Geno Smith and the Seattle Seahawks, DK Metcalf, Lockett, and that defense for Seattle, which is absolutely getting better as they continue to play throughout the season. Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills need a victory to hold off the rest of that AFC, the AFC North, which has Miami in it, the Jets, and they need a victory. They need to keep up with Kansas City and Baltimore as well so they can host some home playoff games because they will be on the road to two big dogs. So this is one of those games that you need just for your record's sake for the Buffalo Bills. So both of these teams here coming into this game needing a victory. Let's look at the line, Sid. You got the Buffalo Bills at -3 at -105. Their money line is -160. The Seattle Seahawks are +3 at -115. Their money line is +135. The over-under is set at 45.5, 110 both ways. Stan, I got to tell you, man, I like this game. I think my anytime TD for today is coming out of this game.
Oh,
right? Yeah, sir. I think it is. I think that actually I'm playing two people out of this game for anytime touchdown.
Who? Are you sure?
I am. Say it. I think I'm taking two people out of this game in this one. But say it literally I talked to you earlier today, and I told you that we got to go see North Crawley play, right? North Crawley is a high school down here in Texas. That's where my friend Gene was a teacher at. That's the school that he was a teacher at. They've rolling people right now. They beat his team 77-0 yesterday. So we got to go see them play. They stopped DeSoto, which is a powerhouse down here in Texas, a 2-year undefeated run. So Gene rooted for two teams. Gene rooted, well, three. He rooted for North Crawley. He rooted against the Cowboys. He rooted for the Buffalo Bills. Said, I'm rolling with Gene. Give me the Buffalo Bills money line. On you, say it.
I'm sorry, hit it with my hand. You're playing in Seattle. Let me see something right quick here. Let me make sure that because Metcalf, I don't think Metcalf, he's doubtful for the game. So that's big right there. Him being doubtful for this game is big.
Mm-hmm.
They do have decent roster depth at wide receiver. Yeah, he's still at doubtful. Then you got Tyler Lockett and Smith and Jigba and Shenault. Seattle did come to Atlanta and win that game. But it says he still has a chance he may play without practicing, but he's still listed as doubtful. Grade 1 MCL sprain. I'm still not all the way in on Buffalo. I like the offense. I do like Buffalo's offensive coordinator, though. I do like Joe Brady. I wish he'd have came to Atlanta. I really do like that guy. He does some good things. You know what? Give me Seattle +3.
Oh, the Hawks +3, said. I got it.
Yeah.
I got it. I like it. I like it, said.
I go with it. I take the Hawks +3. They're playing at home.
Yeah. I like it. I like it. All right, we got the New Orleans Saints versus the Los Angeles Chargers. New Orleans is a shell of themselves, and the Chargers are still trying to figure themselves out. We do know that the Chargers love to run the ball. The Chargers are in wide receiver help. They need some help at wide receiver immediately. Meanwhile, the New Orleans Saints, we got to see if Chris Olave is cleared concussion protocol. So, can you check that for me? The New Orleans Saints have just been a beat up team. Their offense, the first couple of weeks of the NFL season, was humming. It was humming along. Is this a game where they pick themselves up, where they find that their offense does work again, or will their defense continue to have to lead the way? Will they put a lot of pressure on Justin Herbert in that running game? Will they load the box and go one-on-one with the wide receivers that they have and make this a drag-down, knuckle-up type fight, which is what Harbaugh does want, is a black and blue game anyway. So let's look at this line, Sid. You have the New Orleans Saints at +7 at -110. Their money line is +270. The Los Angeles Chargers are at -7 at -110. Their money line is -340. The over-under is set at 41, 110 both ways. What's the injury update for me?
Let's see. Derek Carr, Cedric Wilson. That's all I see on it right now.
Cuzzo here says that he's cleared. He practiced yesterday. He also said he's going with the Chargers right here. And then Bruce likes the Saints +7. But let me go ahead and give you my pick here, Bruce. Unlike Lady A, sometimes I do rap with Bruce. I don't think that you could lose as many games as the Saints has lost in a row in the NFL, right? I know that the Chargers want to be in a rock fight. I know they want to be in a 17-10 game every week, which is the 7 right here, right? That's where they're playing at, right? And when they find bad teams that they can run the ball against, they actually score like 20, 25 points a game. I think the Saints are up for the challenge. I like the Saints +7.
Give me a second pick.
Okay. While Say's doing what he does, I will tell you guys again about our Call of Duty giveaway week. What do you have to do is you have to submit your NFL Week 8 picks to firststringpodcast@gmail.com before 12 p.m. So that's noon tomorrow. So an hour before kickoff. You need to submit that to firststringpodcast@gmail.com. And all you have to do is submit your picks, like and subscribe to First String Podcast on YouTube, and win the most amount of games out of all of our viewers who submit their Week 8 picks. If you do that, we'll announce the winner on Tuesday on our Tuesday show, and we'll find out what platform you play on, and you will receive a digital copy of Call of Duty Black Ops 6 from First String Podcast. It is a wonderful game, so make sure you guys enter that list. Wish I could play. I don't bet, but enjoy your contest. Hey, you don't have to bet. It's just submitting your picks, Racer X. Yeah, you don't have to bet. You just have to follow along, put your picks on paper, email them to us, and let us know what platform you play on, if you play video games, or if you want to give it to a niece, a nephew, a cousin, a girlfriend, a boyfriend, whoever, let us know. It's just a free chance to a chance to win Call of Duty free. So that's what it is. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, you need to go back to our YouTube channel and look for our betting 101. Our betting 101 that we did. We did that with Travis Thomas and our guy Thomas Viola out of Vegas, where we pretty much explained everything about betting and what these terms mean and how they relate to different sports. I'm just waiting for Sid to bounce back right now. Can't get into it because I don't know when he's going to come back in and give us his pick here. But it's really easy. If you think someone is the better team, you can just go money line. Hey, I think this team's going to win. You can go money line up and down the whole list of choices here. Christmas is around the corner. You knocked that off your Christmas list. You absolutely right, Cuzzo. We can knock that right off the Christmas list for sons, daughters, whoever, nieces, nephews. Perfect. You're absolutely right. Nah, pick, not going to happen. Like me. Okay, I got you. Racer X. My man said, I still don't know who Daryl Green is. Oh, now I know who Daryl Green is. I got you. I see what you're saying for real. But this is perfect. Cuzzo, for real, this is perfect about a Christmas gift, just because gift, whatever. It's 2 video games that I buy a year. Madden, Call of Duty. I play those all year round. This is one that I can get interactive with. So, Sid, you back? Not yet. Not yet. But what I will do is I'll put that email address up there so you guys can start to fill all that out. Let me know what you guys think. The Monday night game will be the tiebreaker as well. So hopefully both teams, whoever 1, 2, 3, whatever, you guys have some different picks in there. But First String Podcast will do what we can do to make sure we break that tie up the way it should be. If it comes down to it, I can go to MGM at Oxon Hill, Maryland, and not gamble at all. Life is a gamble. You're right. Life is a gamble, Racer X. Life is a gamble. You could, you gamble getting out of bed every morning, right? You do that every morning. But I feel you. It's not for everyone. That's why we have the disclaimer, man. Some people like to do this for fun. Some people like to do it. You never been to Vegas? Oh, Vegas is fun. I mean, and you do not have to gamble when you go to Vegas. Vegas by itself is just a blast. I mean, you could people watch. That's one of my favorite things to do when I go to Vegas. People watch, have a drink, whatever, laugh and joke with my friends. Speaking of Ron, Drew, y'all know we need to get out there. December, that first weekend, December is coming. National championship weekend is coming. So we need to get ourselves out there. One of the best times to ever go to Vegas is during the college football championship week, which this year is going to be different because you don't have SEC. You don't have the Pac-12 because it's 2 teams and all these other championship games. And the SEC said they don't have to do a championship game anymore. The Commanders were flexed. They had a 1:00 game. They were flexed to a 4:00 game. They were flexed into the 4:25 game this week. But what was it? CBS didn't want to give up the Commanders. They didn't want to give this number 1, number 2 draft pick game up, and they have the right to refuse to give up games. So that's why. For some Cowboys and 49ers a rivalry game. Yeah, but it's a terrible rivalry game right now. And 49ers, Cowboys, both teams are terrible. So it's not that exciting of a game. Both teams are desperate, which we will get to that in about maybe another 6 picks. If I got this right. Nope, another 4 picks. We're almost there. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to move this along. And when Sayed comes back, we'll come back to this game and we will get his pick on this game. And I'll just keep going along with you guys in the chat. And we'll get Sayed's picks as we come back. That's what we'll do. Speaking of the Washington Commanders and the Chicago Bears travel to Washington, to Landover, to Northwest Stadium to take on maybe we'll have the number 1, number 2 pick. It's going to be a game time decision, it looks like, unless I'm wrong. As far as I know, Jaden Daniels practiced on Friday. They kept him away from the reporters, so they had a walkthrough today. We won't know until like a game time decision if Daniels plays or not. But what we do know is the Washington Commanders defense has played better over the last couple of weeks. The Chicago Bears come in with a better roster. They put Caleb Williams in a better position to succeed. Washington doesn't have the roster that Chicago Bears have, but the one thing that Washington does have is chemistry. They are playing as a legit team, and when you play for the person next to you, amazing things happen. And that's what Washington has right now. Marcus Mariota came in, and that team didn't miss a beat. It took Marcus a little bit to get going, but every one of his teammates was there. They had his back. The offensive line had his back. The wide receivers had his back. The running game was there. The Chicago Bears defense, like I said, is legit. And this is going to be a really, really good game. Will Washington's defense do enough to stop Chicago, to frustrate Caleb Williams in that offense, which is littered with talent? You got Mr. Swift in the backfield. You got Williams as one of his wide receivers. You got DJ Moore, who went to the University of Maryland and absolutely loves coming back to play the Washington Commanders. Last year, he torched us with Justin Fields. Can Washington stop the run? Will the Chicago Bears be able to handle Washington's run game and the wide receivers that we have? Terry, OZ, my guy, 85, Noah. The list goes on and on. Ertz, Sandersteele, Bates. The weapons just keep going and going. Let's look at the line. You have the Chicago Bears at -3 at +105. Their money line is -140. The Washington Commanders are +3 at -125. Their money line is +118. The over-under is set at 44.5 now. That's a change right here. The over-under right now is 44.5. So we're going to go with 44.5. The other part of the line that has changed also is Washington's money line is now +118. It was +126 earlier. Listen, I'm a Commanders fan. I love everything that we're doing. I like how this team is gelling. I like the direction that we're going, from the owner to the front office to the coaches. I believe they have all of the players' full attention. I believe that we have beaten everyone that's on our schedule that we're supposed to beat. I think that this is just another one of those games where we have a team on our schedule that we are supposed to beat. I like the Washington Commanders here. Give me the Washington Commanders +3, said Washington +3.
Y'all quarterback playing?
Game time decision, sir.
Okay, need me Chicago money line.
All right. So what we also going to do is we're going to take you back to this game here, where we got the Saints and the Chargers. You got to pick this game for us.
Give me the Chargers money line. Who did you take?
I took the Saints +7.
You did the Saints +7?
Yes.
All right, you took the Saints +7. 125.
I'm not going to call this a revenge game for Sweat. Okay, so he says I'm going Washington +3 and ask would you call this a revenge game for Sweat? This is not a revenge game for Sweat because Washington did one thing. Washington got you paid. We got you to another team, a team with a chance to win. So I don't think that we did Montez Sweat wrong. I think that now doing him wrong would have been sending him to Carolina, right? If we just sent Montez Sweat to Carolina, where you have absolute no chance of winning, and that organization is bad, right? I could call that a revenge game because we did him dirty. But we sent to Chicago. Chicago gave him another contract. He's with a better team. I think we did him great. I think we did justice by Montez Sweat. Said our next game. Hey, this second half of the NFL schedule for tomorrow, this whole week 8 is loaded with games. This is one of those games right here that's just going to be fun to watch. The Raiders earlier this year before the season talked about Patrick Mahomes' voice, right? Remember, they had the frog and they had him dressed up. They put the headband on him and everything like that. And it got back to Patrick, and Patrick said, yeah, we'll take care of that problem when we get there. Well, guess what? The Chiefs are undefeated. They got a brand new wide receiver and D-Hop. And guess who's on the schedule? The terrible, terrible Raiders. And the Kansas City Chiefs have been winning while Patrick Mahomes has not been playing his best football. Matter of fact, he has more interceptions than he does touchdowns right now. He's a turnover machine, but it's Patrick Mahomes. They've gone through a bunch of wide receivers getting hurt. From Hollywood Brown to Rashid Rice to Juju Smith-Schuster. But they keep winning. They keep winning. They keep winning. Running backs hurt. It's like a mass unit in Kansas City, but their defense has been number one. The Raiders' offense has struggled, and it doesn't look like it's going to get any better because now you have a terrible offense coming up to play versus a really hungry and aggressive defense, one of the best defenses against the run and the pass. And you're talking about their quarterback. Let's look at the line here, Sid. Kansas City is -9.5 at -110. Their money line is -455. The Raiders are +9.5 at -110. Their money line is +345. The over/under set at 41.5. 110 both ways. Said, I'm telling you, there's no doubt about it. I think Patrick Mahomes comes in here and lights them up. Not to mention, this is a stadium that they won Super Bowl in, right?
Yeah.
You think the locker room still smells like champagne?
Depending on which one they're going to.
Yeah, that's true.
Depending on which side they're going to.
Yeah. You're right. You're right. They keep reminding the Raiders, hey, we won a Super Bowl in your building before you did. Said, without a doubt, Kansas City here, and I think that they've run up the score. This is one of those games where I'm not afraid to lay the 9.5. KC -9.5.
Yeah, I agree. The Raiders are I shouldn't say dumpster fire. They're just quarterback needy. They on a commercial. If you give $35, they're 35 cents a day. At the end of the month, we might be able to find your quarterback. Anyway, so yeah, I'm glad that they give me a 5 for that.
Yes, you would. You know, you go back and watch the show, so she gonna be like, "Said, check your FedEx."
Right.
Check your FedEx. All right, Sid, we're coming down the stretch, man. Our last couple of games here. We have the Carolina Panthers traveling to Denver, to the Mile High State, to take on the Denver Broncos. Bo Nix and the boys took a bad one last week. But Carolina seems to always be everyone's get right game. Here's another disrespectful line. Said Bryce Young is back at quarterback because Andy Dalton had a car accident involving his family that Lady A told us about, where he seems to have injured his hand on his throwing hand. I think his thumb on his throwing hand. So they turned back to Young. Maybe these couple of weeks showed him something on the bench, but the question is, do his teammates believe in him where they can give him that support? We know that Bo Nix and the Denver offense has been playing better. A lot of screens. They're off to a better start. Their defense has picked it up a little bit as well. Let's look at the line. Said you have the Carolina Panthers at plus 11 at minus 105. Their money line is plus 460. The Denver Broncos are minus 11 at minus 115. Their money line is minus 650. Plus 460, minus 650. Vegas is telling you right now which way they are going. The over-under set at 41, 110 both ways. Yeah, just real quick, Denver money line. I'm good.
Yeah. He's gonna have to show me something. Bryce gonna have to show me something. Yeah. If I lose this game because Bryce showed up, then cool, fine, then whatever. But as well, I'm going Denver money line. He's gonna have to show me something before I change my mind on whether or not I pick Carolina to win anything at this point. They need too many pieces.
I wouldn't pick Carolina to win a kickball contest right now.
Yeah, I'm saying they need too many pieces. They need offensive linemen. They need wide receivers. I mean, they need defensive players. You know, they need too many pieces, man. That's what the problem is. They need too many pieces. And because they need too many pieces, that's what's killing them.
Mm-hmm.
So
well, I agree. So how you taking them?
Denver money line.
Denver money line. Okay. Here's that game that we talked about. This is a must-need game right here on Sunday night. It is not a championship game. It is not a best of the best type game. This is a desperate of the desperate type game. When we talk about the Dallas Cowboys and the San Francisco 49ers. The Dallas Cowboys are going out west to take on San Fran. San Fran's coming off of a loss last week where Brandon Ayuk hurt himself. The Dallas Cowboys are coming off of a bye where they lost the bye week. I never knew a team to lose the bye week, but the Cowboys did. Don't ask me how. They just did, right? Al can explain it. The Dallas Cowboys do get back a couple of players on their defensive side of the ball, but their offensive side of the ball has yet to show up. And you have a defense in San Fran that will show up and take away your best choices here. You got CeeDee Lamb versus San Fran's defense, which will double him. They'll make Dak hold onto the ball. They will absolutely shut down their running game. So let's see what happens. Let's look at the line. You have the Dallas Cowboys at plus 4.5 at minus 105. My phone's going crazy right now. What's up, Bones? Their money line is plus 192. The San Francisco 49ers are minus 4.5 at minus 115. Their money line is minus 235. The over-under set at 47, 110 both ways. 47, 110 both ways. Said, I told you I was riding with Gene. North Crowley, whoever Dallas is playing in Buffalo. I'm going to stick to the script. Give me the San Francisco 49ers money line.
Dude, you're hilarious, dude. You're hilarious. I'm gonna give you credit for that. I'm gonna give you credit for that one. But unfortunately for the 49ers, this is a reunion game for the Cowboys coming off a bye week. They're coming off a bye week. They got a chance to get a little extra practice in. I'm gonna take the Cowboys plus his 4.5. I think that Debo, who may or may not play because of pneumonia. And they say he checked out of hospital, I think yesterday, day before yesterday. But it's still gonna take a couple more days, a few more days, to say, for the pneumonia to clear up. So, you got a little time for that right there going. But I think the Cowboys will go out to San Francisco, and they'll win this game. So give me the 4.5 of that right there.
Okay. All right.
See what Racer says?
Yeah, I see he said they're down wide receivers, but are they really? Are they really down wide receivers? Because what has Brandon Ayuk done besides get paid?
He's hurt.
I know he's hurt, but what has he done besides get paid? So even when Debo was out,
that's what he's saying. He's saying they don't have wide receivers.
Yes, they do. Jennings. When Debo was hurt last time, it wasn't Brandon Ayuk that stepped up. It was Jennings that stepped up.
Okay, but Debo was not there either.
Okay, let me say it for the people in the back. When Debo was hurt earlier this year, it was not Brandon Ayuk that stepped up. It was Jennings. Debo's out again. Ayuk is out. Who do you expect to step up? Jennings. The Cowboys' defense is not that great.
You're just going to double him. Then what, Pig?
Their running game is still amazing.
I
So you can double him if you want. We're going to run the ball. They have the number 2 rusher in the league in Mason. And Mason was hurt last week, and they ran the ball with another guy. It's the Shanahan running game. I hear you guys. I hear you. So Jennings is out also. Droopy, man, the bearer of bad news. Cowboy fans always come through with brand new news when you don't need it. I'm still riding with San Fran. I just think they're a better organization, a better team. And that's who I'm rolling with, Drew. I can't do it. I'm rolling with Gene, North Crowley, whoever the Cowboys are playing in the Buffalo Bills. Our Monday night game. We got the New York Giants versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. The New York Giants are in desperate mode. The Pittsburgh Steelers played really well last week with Russell Wilson coming out, hitting the wide receivers, getting them involved in the game. Their running game looked pretty good last week, but that's what happens when you can actually throw the ball downfield accurately or give a wide receiver a chance to win and not be so careful with the ball, however you want to look at it. The New York Giants can put pressure on quarterbacks. How do you alleviate pressure, said, from your quarterbacks? Is you run the ball. We do know that Pittsburgh does want to run the ball, and we do know that Pittsburgh's defense is legit, and Daniel Jones got benched last week versus the Philadelphia Eagles. Yeah, he got benched last week. Will the Giants make that happen again? Will they get to Daniel Jones? Will they get him to turn the ball over and give the ball back to the offense? Will Daniel Jones and the New York Giants find their running game? Will they open up holes versus Pittsburgh? Will they make their defense go sideline to sideline? And will they stretch that defense when they bring another person in the box? Let's look at the line, said. You have the New York Giants at +6 at -110. Their money line is +215. The Pittsburgh Steelers are -6 at -110. Their money line is -267. The over-under is only 36.5, said 36.5 at 110 both ways. 36.5 at 110 both ways. Said Al is going to roll with Pittsburgh. I'm going to roll with Pittsburgh here. It's not that I believe in Russell Wilson. It's I believe in Mike Tomlin. Give me Pittsburgh money line.
Yeah, I agree. I got to say that as well. I agree. The Giants are in trouble. I forgot they don't have Tyrod Taylor no more. I didn't realize that. I didn't realize that they got Drew Lock, and I think Drew Lock got benched last week as well. Yeah, the G-men are in trouble. They may have to end up going back to Daniel Jones at some point. They got what's a guy named Tracy at running back. He runs pretty hard, but they're gonna put 7-8 men in the box and try to make them throw the ball. And They got Neighbors, but people realize we're gonna put an over under on Neighbors. But who else is there? At this point, they had a left tackle go out. He got hurt. He had foot surgery. So you're right. They are in trouble. They are in trouble. So I'm gonna take Pittsburgh as well. Them playing at home. Mike Tomlin had them boys ready to go on Monday night. Give me Pittsburgh at home money line.
Pittsburgh at home money line. Okay, said. Listen, we both get 2 players. All right. And here's the good part about this, right? Mm-hmm. Is Lady A's not here, Al's not here. This can be split up between picks pockets and leaking oil. If we hit our anytime touchdown parlay. Right. So we get to pick 2 players, right? 2 for you, 2 for me. So it's 4 legs, right?
Right.
I told you guys earlier that I liked a couple of players from the Seattle Buffalo game, right? Amari Cooper is one of them that I liked. I like Amari Cooper. He's plus 130. I like him for a touchdown. I also like there he is, Zach Charbonnet.
Charbonnet for Seattle.
For Seattle.
Okay.
Yeah, he's plus 210. Kenneth Walker is minus 150, but Charbonnet is in the game just as much as he is.
True.
I'm not sure if James Cook is available to play in this game. So I went with Amari Cooper, and I'm going with Zach Charbonnet.
Maybe forget. Give me
the game. Give me the game.
You got Bijan, Atlanta, and Tampa. What is Bijan?
Let me get to it. All right. Bijan Robinson is minus 145.
Okay, give me what about Kansas City? What is D Hop?
If he plays, D Hop, Kansas City, Kansas City, D Hop is plus 160.
Let me get D Hop.
Hold on. I'm going to go back to it. Oh, my goodness. I messed up. Hold on. Oh. I'll remove him. Bam. Okay. Kansas City. You want a D Hop? I said he was plus 160, right?
Yes.
Okay. And you get one more player.
Nick Chubb.
Nick Chubb. The Browns. Nick Chubb is plus 125.
There you go.
All right. So our 4-leg parlay, which we get a boost of plus 950 for picking 2 people from the same game. So $10. A $10 wager will win us $604.25. So there we go. Brian Robinson. Bruce is saying Brian Robinson. And he says no DK. I'll take Lockett or Smith and Jigma over Zach. I like Zach Charbonnet because he runs the ball and he catches the ball as well. So that's why I like him. So, but our anytime parlay is Amari Cooper, Charbonnet, D Hop, Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb is plus 125. D Hop is plus 160, and we get a combo for the 2 people in the same game, and that's plus 950. $10 wins you $604.25. That looks like if we hit that that leaking oil will get an influx of cash to the budget. So,
and
we'll be placing this bet, and then picks pockets will get an influx of cash as well. So before we go, don't forget that we are running our Call of Duty giveaway. And what you have to do to win Call of Duty is email your week 8 picks to firststringpodcast@gmail.com before 12 p.m. So an hour before the 1 o'clock kickoff. So before noon tomorrow, you have to email us all of your picks. And the only thing you got to do is beat everyone else that emails in their picks. And we will announce the winner on our Tuesday show. We will then find out. We will contact you also by email and let you know that you've won. We'll contact you, find out which platform you need the game on. It's always a good Christmas gift, a gift to say, hey, I'm thinking about you to your husband, your girlfriend, your nieces, your nephews, whatever.
Yeah, right? It is females that play Call of Duty.
Yeah, we play with
them with us.
We play with a couple of cold females, boy. They cold. They cold in the game. So, can you put the email in the chat? Yep, I sure can, Bruce. I'll put it up again. And the email's going in the chat right now. And there it is. There's the email address right there. We look forward to finding out who our winner is going to be. Said we covered everything. It was a 2-man show. We did very, very well today. We will see you guys on Tuesday, where we have Mitch Tisler as our Tuesday guest. So we'll get deep inside the Commanders' offensive line and defensive line and see what's going on there. And hopefully we'll be talking about another Commanders victory on Tuesday over the Chicago Bears, because they still have it fresh on their mind what happened last year. So thank you, Racer X, for calling us a dynamic duo. We really do appreciate it. Bruce has submitted his picks already. That's why he stopped putting them in the chat, Said. That's why he stopped putting them in the chat. Bruce said, nah. That's my Call of Duty, fellas. So, hey, the gauntlet's already been thrown down. Me and Said will be checking those emails, printing them out so we can go over them and make sure that we get everybody's picks correct. And we can announce our winner on Tuesday. So we already know we got one entry right there, Said. Hey, yeah. It's been a fun show, man. You good?
What's up?
All right, man. Listen, don't forget to like and subscribe to First String Podcast. Give us that good thumbs up, whatever platform you're watching us on. Hit the bell to enable alerts. And the most important part is that you tell a friend to tell a friend about First String Podcast. We really do appreciate each and every one of y'all for joining us. You keep doing what you're doing, and we'll keep putting out some good content right here. So, like we said, shout out to my son, United States Air Force, First String Podcast, second to none. Come get some. Tell him, Sid.
Go Dogs.
Go Dogs. Raise hell.
It's wartime, baby. This what you signed up for. This what we worked hard for. You for. Y'all the first string. Y'all gotta go set the tone now. Hey, let's go. Lace 'em up. It's the First String Podcast show. Hey, let's go. They spitting facts on the First String Podcast show. Hey, let's go. Let's go. Hey, let's go. 'Cause it's time for the First String Podcast show. Hey, let's go. Lace 'em up. It's the First String Podcast show. Hey, let's go. They spitting facts on the First String Podcast show. Imagine talking sports, having fun with the fam. At a starting lineup, First String is what you have. An entertaining stream with the Pro Bowl cash. When the viewers chime in, they gon' answer what you ask. Representing for the Queens, yeah, we got Lady A. A super knowledgeable woman who can break down any play. Said from the South, so he read GA. The Falcons, the Bulldogs, the whole Peach State. Drunk Uncle Al, only way you can describe him. Every time he crack the mic, you know he gon' be wildin'. Last but not least, it's my man Toothpick. Commanders is a squad and he the captain of the ship. So if you feel the vibe, go ahead and tune in.